Hey, it's the champ Antonio Tarver. You're listening to Tarver's Take, the most informative take in boxing. Just remember where you heard it first. Man, what a night. What a night last night, and what a fight. I got to take my hat off to Team Virgil Ortiz Jr., bro. They came in with a real game plan and they executed. And unlike Lubin, Team Lubin, bro, I was really surprised that as early as the first round, he found himself on the ropes. I thought with this being one, maybe his last chance to become a recognized champion, that him and his team would have put their best foot forward, bro. Had an amazing training camp, and Lubin came in with a real strategy strategy for victory. And I just didn't see that. He came out, he started trying to box, but you can see his legs just was not mobile. His legs wasn't mobile. I don't know really what type of real shape he was in, but if you're fighting a monster like Ortiz Jr., bro, the last thing you want to do is be on the ropes. I think a good game plan would have came out, circle the ring, box, not stand right in front of this guy, and at least, throw jabs and move your feet just to get out the first, second, or third round and see what he's bringing. Maybe, you can win a round or two, but it wasn't meant to be like the aggressiveness. And with Lubin laying right there on the ropes, and Ortiz had that move that him and my man, the light heavyweight David Benavidez has. They have a knack, bro, of bringing that hand down with their left hand and smashing you with that right. Bro, you can't allow them to do that because they get a clean, free shot. And right there on the rope, Lubin had his back. He was trying to weather the storm. But when Ortiz pulled that hand down and cracked him with that right hand, it looked like he was knocked out instantly right there. And he followed up with some devastating headshots. So, hats off to Virgil Ortiz. He's now the mandatory for Sebastian Fundora. But I don't know if that fight is going to be next, because even though, these other guys have the titles in this weight class, Virgil Ortiz Jr. is really the number one, super welterweight in the game. He's ranked number one above all the champions. And he showed you why last night, bro. He really did. Now, Lubin, people can say he probably, from that Sebastian Fundora fight and that fight with Jamel Charlo, he probably right now, they might think he's shot. But I didn't think so, considering he had just beat two undefeated fighters coming into this fight. So he's taking those and he was on a roll. But to come out so flat, and just allow Ortiz to have everything he wanted, it just shows you, bro, maybe, Lubin may have taken his last shot in boxing. I don't know if that's a retirement, but it looked as if he's well past his prime. And, feel bad. I thought that young kid had a lot of talent, bro. I thought he could have been a world championship, fighter. But, man, this sport is hard sometimes. You can take little side steps and deviate here and there, and one loss can set you back, bro, if you're not able to come back and reevaluate and get better. Yeah, we have to improve every time out, bro. And maybe Lubin has reached his ceiling, so to speak. But I really love the fact that at the end of that fight, and it was an amazing fight. Jaron Boots Ennis, man, stepped up in the ring, and, man, he had a lot of energy, unlike we've seen him have before. So, this fight looks like it's going to be made. Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Jaron Boots Ennis, 154 pounds, bro. One of the biggest fights that can be made in 2026. I think when you look at the dynamics of their style, the contrasting style that these fighters have, it couldn't be, two different types. You got a slick, calculating boxer puncher in Jaron Boots Ennis, and you just got a guy in Virgil Ortiz that, man, puts that pressure on you, and the power he has looked like in both hands. It's going to be an issue for anybody standing in front of him, and right now, I don't have a take on this fight. All I know is two of the best super welterweights in the world will be facing each other to see who is the ultimate, champion in this division. You know what I mean? Both of these guys are moving up from the welterweight division. A lot of people felt they should have fought back then, but sometime, you know what I mean? It takes time, and here we are. But for the energy they had last night on DAZN, and Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya both, speaking out on the fact that they're excited for this fight. Look for this fight to be the biggest one of 2026. I think the first super fight that we'll have in a year. Hopefully they get that fight done around April, no later than April, bro. No later. They got to do it in the first quarter, I believe. You know what I'm saying? But there you have it, man. You've been listening to Tarvis Take. Really feel bad for my man, Hammer, Erickson Lubin, man, and wish him all the best, no matter what he do, what he decides to do with his career. And to the winner goes the spoils. I thought it was going to be Fundura, but I ain't complaining with Bruce Ennis, man. That's going to be the fight to see in 2026. Until the next time, stay tapped in. I'll talk to you then.